Hello and welcome. It is Thursday morning and we're here in Wellington, Kansas, and it is a really sunny day. This week is the Kansas Wheat Festival, which Wellington, if you didn't know, that Sumner County is the wheat capital of the world. We beat the Russians in the 1900s, and it has mainly stayed true. Truthfully, I don't know if the last 3 years if we've held our ground because so many people down here now plant cotton. But the moral of the story is we have had the Kansas Wheat Festival since 1900. So that means there's a carnival in town, there's bake sales, there's the 4-H fairs going on, we have the all kinds of street dances and all kinds of festivities. It's mainly still going to have no change in how you access Beehive Quilt Shop unless you're here towards the end of the day on Thursday or Friday. And then Saturday is the craft show and the car show. The craft show is right next door to us. Saturday will be a little special getting here, but there's still plenty of parking. We have plenty of parking, and usually you only have to walk a couple blocks. Good to stretch your legs. Way less than when you have to walk into Target or Walmart. So it's still worth the drive. But we're also getting ready for Christmas in July. So I'm going to show you some of the new kits we've just launched and give you a little sneak peek about some of the Christmas in July shenanigans that we have going on. And we're just going to get started. So one of the, we're just going to start off with Lori Holt because why not? But Farm Girl Vintage is one of my favorite books of all time. Scrappiness is Happiness is of course one of them. I pre-ordered this book from Material Girls years ago when they were still in downtown Delano. And now there's Farm Girl Vintage too. But Lori Holt at the end of this year is going to have a revival. Not a revival, that sounds kind of churchy. Anyway, she is redoing a sew-along that's using both of these books. It's going to be absolutely spectacular, but so many people still do this quilt, and this almost every year there's someone who has this in the state fair, and it's just an outstanding project. But one of the things in that book is it's very much a scrappy project. It's there are a handful of people who have very specific fabric kits for it, but really you're going to use your Lori Holt stash unless you wait for December when her new collection comes out. But we made this companion set. And so this is, I can't remember where we discovered it. It's probably from the Fat Quarter Shop or Lori Holt's website. But this is a combination of Lori Holt Solids and Lori Holt Shabby, which has just a bit of texture. That is a great companion piece to go to make Farm Girl Vintage. So very wonderful stuff. And we'd be amiss to talk about Farm Girl Vintage without talking about one of our favorite girls of all time, Dolly Parton. But we have just redone the Coat of Many Colors Fat Quarter Bundle. And so this is just, it's an exceptional bundle. It has all the colors of the rainbow. We have it based off of the Yellow Brick Road book, and which is a children's book, obviously with Dolly Parton. And, oh yes, and we have the coat. How did we miss that? Anyway, Dana Kaler made the Coat of Many Colors. This is our 4th kitting of this, I think. So it's very much on par with this. There's a few different pieces, but it's the same color palette, and it's just beautiful. This happens to be the Tamarack Jacket pattern, and the quilt that was made with this Fat Quarter Bundle with the pattern Yellow Brick Road, made as a full-size quilt, and then cut up to make this jacket. So it's just absolutely adorable. The collar is another additional purchase from online, from Grain Line Studios, but you can add any collar. And then one of Katie and I's favorites is Dana put covered buttons down the jacket, and it's just so wonderful. So there's cover buttons for the front, but it actually has snaps on the inside. So tasteful covered buttons, but they don't have to be functional covered buttons because the snaps are what holds it together. And fun fact, we've been scheduling a bunch of classes, and guess what we just scheduled? Another Tamarack jacket. Yay. So in September, I think is when it is. You'll just have to check the calendar. Could be August. Anyway, I did a lot of stuff in a short amount of time last night. But anyway, it's on the calendar. Dana's teaching it. So if you've been wanting to make a quilted coat, check our website, check out our calendar for the most up-to-date thing. And Dana Kaler, who made this, who does a lot of our long arm quilting, I think that's going to stay. There we go. Dana is available for trunk shows and teaching at Quilt Guilds. So if you'd like Dana's contact information, don't already have it, let us know if you're a Quilt Guild, and I'm sure she'd travel to Kansas, Missouri. She's already been to Missouri, Oklahoma. All those are on the table. But Dana's just amazing. So anyway, just check out that. The next Tamarack Jacket class is scheduled. So, and I think it's been a year since we've done it. We did a lot of them, a ton of them the last couple years. I think we might have had one in the winter, but just know that that's probably your last opportunity in 2025 to take one from Beehive Quilt Shop from Dana. September 2nd's the first date, and then it's like the last Tuesday of the month is like the second session. So it's a 2-part class. The first part, you get your measurements. You talk about the styling, what type of quilt you need to make, certain things to consider, because sometimes there's directional material, special elements, pocket, just all kinds of stuff. Dana will help you think through all that ahead of time. And then you've got about 4 to 5 weeks to make your quilt your quilt. And then September 30th, that's when you're going to get your quilt in, and you'll cut out the pieces, and Dana will guide you through that magical way. And in between there, I really recommend you buy a serger, because a serger just makes your life a lot easier. Katie's made a jacket. I've almost made 2. Mom just got her hair done. Perfect timing.
Yeah, you can talk about your quilt.
Hop over here, Mom. Anyway, but so Tamarack Jacket just happened. We just talked about how we made the new Lori Holt thing. It's always fun when Mom gets her hair done. Doesn't she look cute? I love it.
Well, thank you.
Mom, I think, perfect timing. I think you ordered these puzzles.
Probably. I thought they were kind of cute.
I love the kitties.
Well, we're doing
Kitties
this kitty
and quilts.
Christmas quilt, and I just thought the kitties look fun. They're right, aren't they in a quilt room? I just
Yes.
thought they looked,
With cute wallpaper.
And your daughters enjoy
I
your
just
kittens?
got farm kittens. And by me, I mean my daughters technically got them, but my husband and I are very invested in our farm cats. And
Well,
they
they are
guard
just
the
fun
tomatoes.
this time of year. I mean, it is spring and summer, and
They're just adorable. Anyway, I've only had to pull a tick off one of them.
Oh.
I made it happen.
well, that's nature.
Anyway, nature. But the point is quilt puzzles. Quilt puzzles are great. That's not even like a tongue twister. So we've got that one. This one is checking in on the competition.
Oh.
I love that the Amish ladies are checking in on the competition. That's I don't think about how, I'm sure everyone, no matter where you are, is competitive.
Sure. Well, and maybe
And maybe unless you're a Buddhist monk, I don't know.
well, and there is a competition coming up in Hanston, Kansas, at the
Oh,
Quilt Museum.
yeah.
We'll maybe do a whole special feature on that, but it's really cool. There's a museum out in Hanston, Kansas. Is that around? Is it Logan?
It's northwest Kansas in my
Yes, it's
memory.
between kind of like Hayes and
It serves a 28 county
Oakley,
area.
but it's north. But anyway, an amazing quilt contest featuring winter quilts and Christmas quilts. And the prize, I think the first prize for the best of show is $1,000. Like, it's just like, wow, this is great.
Like, that's big money in
Yeah.
Kansas.
And a
stuff
family
for
left some
Kansas.
money out there in western Kansas that has millions of dollars that they donate every year, and they're benefiting the local community by having beautiful quilts. And then if you get best of People's Choice, I think it's $500, and they'll keep your quilt for two months.
Yeah.
But I just thought, wow, well, how
it's
fun.
an
But what-
active foundation that
Yes.
has a museum.
Is that what it is?
Yes. It's a really big foundation that does lots of really good work in
Is it a
Northwest
quilt
Kansas.
museum or just a?
No,
No, it's
this
just
is just separate. Okay.
I almost said a normal museum. Is there such a thing? No, but it's a local museum. But they have a special service area of 28 counties. But anyone can send in a quilt for this project. So, and it's in Hanston, Kansas, and we will do a video.
Yeah,
on it
we'll
'cause we've been
do a
talking about
special video on it later, but just know that's coming up. I just think that sounds fun. I know we have some quilters here at Beehive that make beautiful quilts, and just why not send in some photos? Doesn't cost anything, and there's no entry fee. It's like,
Yes,
it's
so just
easy.
more
You
on that later.
Yeah, we'll feature something on that later. But I thought, well, that looks like fun.
But until then, you can Google it. And,
That's
but
right.
Just,
If you
just know
really
that.
can't wait.
And if you're one of our customers and you're the one that's on the board and you send us the video for it or the information for it, we appreciate it. We will do our best to promote it. This one's called A Little Bit of Heaven. And it's just a little bit of heaven.
Oh, it's got some geese.
It's just cute. But speaking of all over Kansas and cool things to do, why not get your, in the middle of your summer, the Kansas Guidebook #2 edition from the Kansas Sampler Foundation. This is the DK Book of Kansas, is the best way to interpret that. But it has all kinds of restaurants and diners and museums and local interesting things to do. So if you're not flying off to Hawaii for a summer vacation, why not just go somewhere in Kansas? And so this is a great way to research it. It'd be great for kids to learn more about Kansas. Sure, there's a handful of restaurants there that have closed their doors in the last couple of years, but what would restaurants be if they didn't close? But the important thing is all the cool little towns in Kansas, like the place where the Hanson Museum is in there. So that's just good stuff to know. And this just happened to be on the table, so I'm just going to talk about it. But this is the Kathy Holden's line, Farm and Garden. So hopefully you're supporting your local farmers market this season. Tomatoes, I think, are just now really starting for Kansas, and we hope it'll be a good tomato year. So feel free to comment below and let us know your favorite tomato varieties. Also, small call. Dan Belts is here today servicing machines, and he's amazing. But he lives in Rose Hill, and we met a quilter, and I can't remember what her name is because Mom checked her out. But there's someone in Rose Hill that has 200 or 400 tomato plants, and we're just trying to figure out who you are because my mom told my dad, and now my dad wants to buy your tomatoes. And short of just sending him to Rose Hill to just drive around, we would love to know who you are. So feel free, if you know who that quilter is who just bought some English paper piecing stuff, feel free to let us know so I can let my dad know. But anyway, he'll drive lots of places to get a good tomato. I put out the call to the universe that we need to know the Rose Hill tomato lady's name for Dad because he asked me about that.
Yes, or if anyone has a favorite, foods or vegetable stand, you could comment below where you get your fresh tomatoes, or asparagus is probably out of season right now, but there should be onions coming on.
Asparagus is already out of season?
Yeah,
Oh,
it starts
sad.
getting hot. Yeah, here, unless somebody has a really special area to grow it, it probably has gone to seed.
Oh, well.
Because it's July.
More
it's really
the
good
loss
April,
of the
May,
asparagus.
early June, but we're in July. So I'm guessing, yeah. But
Oh.
anyway, but if you do have a stand you like to get fresh produce from, let us know. Just put some comments down there because a lot of people do like to find a place for tomatoes because we have tomato plants, but they haven't started turning red yet. So
yes, we don't have good houses and greenhouses and other good things. This is a deep segue, not deep segue. This is a totally different topic, but Book Nerd is a really popular pattern that we've been doing a lot with. We're sold out of our original kit that our sample is made out of, that Mary Jane made. But we had an inspired idea and we made a new one. But Book Nerd is a really fun foundation paper piece project. But now for the first time, we didn't have the thing. That's okay. We might have better audio now. We don't really know.
There's the Book Nerd front cover, but it's just front covers of books that look like they're open, right?
Yeah. Yes, just books with their front covers open. Anyway, it's pretty exceptional. I think there's more patterns. Here we go. And then, but now for the first time, like I said, this is a foundation paper piece pattern, but there is now a new template set that allows you to do this kind of like the Marty and Michelle style of templates, which is when it has lots of little dog ears. This is also a front fussy cut template that's also available. So anyway, it's the companion ruler sets for the Book Nerd Quilt. What we threw together, which has lots of versatility, we didn't throw it together. It was carefully curated, mind you. Don't go anywhere because you have your kitty quilts to show.
Sure.
But we have what did we officially name this? Children's Book Nerd is what this is called. But this is a whole bunch of children's novelty fabric lines that we have where it's like one or two of each type of piece. And so it has things like Eloise, The Hungry Caterpillar, Little Women, Peter Pan, Sleeping Beauty, Richard Scary, Winnie the Pooh, Dragons, The Little Engine That Could, Guess How Much I Love You. It goes on. But those are a lot of different themed children's novelty prints that would be really fun Book Nerd covers. And it's kind of stylized for, kids 8 and under, 10 and under. It's pretty ideal. We didn't put any Harry Potter in here, and we didn't put any Star Wars, because we have lots of cool novelty stuff, but we kind of kept it those really the true age of a child.
Sure.
Books.
Well, and the other thing is, if you do the Book Nerd quilt, you could also use some of your scraps and make an I Spy quilt too.
Oh,
these would all be
that's
fun.
a great idea.
Yeah, these would all be fun prints for that too. Mm-hmm. So anyway, just a lovely bundle, really colorful and fun.
Yeah.
What is this under in our computer?
Children's Book Nerd. Just type in Book Nerd and just buy everything. Buy one of everything. Type in Book Nerd, just type out one of everything.
But anyway, a nice collection just to have.
Yes. So this next thing before we go into lots of Christmas stuff is we have some new cuddle pieces. This one Katie picked out is just absolutely adorable. It has all these bows. That's one of the top trends for fashion this year. And like it's not just for little girls. It's for like even adult women. If you have seen in like the adult women's section at Target, long bows, like you're supposed to buy that for yourself. That's we are now all from Set in the South, and I love it. So the bows are just on point. There's some new patterns.
There's one on the floor too. I think I could have.
Oh yes, and then Mom, we also got this new the Spa Cloud Cuddle In.
Yes, and so this is soft on both sides. It's beautiful, light sunflowers.
And it's called Sunshine. Sunflower Sunshine. Anyway, the color is Sunshine. But it's Cloud Cuddle and is the style of cuddle.
And the inside is just as soft as the outside. So you can make a blanket out of it.
Just that. And you could just roll the hem, basically, and bind it, and you'd have a...
Or you could put a silky binding on it, or you could just roll the hem. But it would make a great receiving blanket, or even just a lightweight summer cover. Like if somebody just wanted a nice
weather. Or if you're ready for Christmas as much as we are, you can make a robe out of it. But the next thing before we go into Christmas, Mom, I thought it'd be really fun. This is someone's online order from North Carolina, and it was just so well curated. I don't know if you guys are ever nosy like I am, but if you're the person that like goes grocery shopping and you spend half the time like looking at what's inside other people's carts, I'm that weirdo. You know, so like, what are they buying? I can tell they're making meatloaf. I should go get some potatoes. You know, I think you can get very much inspired by other people's carts, and it's not just grocery carts. It's also, what are other people buying at the quilt shop? So this is, person will remain anonymous, but we'll just say she's Sandra from North Carolina. Now, some of the stuff that she bought, we have hardly any left after we cut her order, so just keep that in mind. But if you're as excited about this nosy endeavor as I am, but she got a fat quarter bundle of sugar cone, right? Isn't that what it's called?
Ruby Star.
From Ruby Star Society. We have some more of this print too. But sugar cone is a really fun, obviously very happy line, and it was designed by Kimberly Knight. She got the jelly roll
of the same line.
It's just, look at that. It's beautiful. Pink, blue, and gold. She got the Rise and Shine Charm Pack, which is another line, and that one was from Melody Miller from Ruby Star. And then this is the fun part. This is where, like, if you buy 1 yard of fabric, you are way too conservative. So she bought probably all last 3 yards of this. She bought
pink, and
I love that
4 yards of that.
The
and
pink and
Can
orange.
you say the name of the gummy bears?
Sure. They're gummy bears. It's called sugar cone.
Yes, the sugar cone.
Yeah.
Altitude. But
that must be the name of the blue. But just sugar cone's the name of the thing.
But anyway, how fun are these little
4
bears?
yards of this one. And then she got another 4 yards of the grid, which I love this, and I've had it hoarded for a long time.
Well, we do have one more bolt of it too.
So, good.
So this one's still
maybe
gonna be
my
available.
hoard is still available upstairs.
But we did think it would be fun in
I love
quilts.
that. It's like
Yes.
graph
So
paper.
just so you know, that's what it was.
Grid
So
graph paper is
Yeah,
what
so it
it's
looks
under.
like graph paper.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
Me
but you know,
too.
if you'd like to do quilt designs, this would even be fun to color in or imagine.
Yes.
If you're doing a pixelated quilt, I love that.
And we're gonna have a quilted journal cover class coming up soon. But anyway, that was our. I'm sure Stella would come up with a better name for it, but that was our secret shopping. What did someone else buy at Beehive Quilt Shop moment?
I had fun finding all those books last night.
I could tell, you know, so we basically all of us show up to work, and because Mom lives above the store, was like, oh, what orders did Mom pick last night? Oh, she must have been inspired and thought this was fun. Okay, so let's start off with this, which is almost one of the most exciting things. We, by the end of the day, are going to finally have the Crimson Christmas quilt kits available. So this class has sold out. It's been sold out for a long time. We just rescheduled another version of this class that's going to be in September. And just check our calendar on our class on our website. But Crimson Christmas is the name of this project. It uses the 60-degree diamond ruler. And it's just a wonderful thing. But it was very, one of the hardest things we've ever curated. Just because we wanted to have as much of an exact match as possible. So these kits, again, are going to be available by the end of the day. They're going to be $134.99 is how much they'll be. And we added a little bit of fabric to the kit after Dana made her sample because there's just too slim of a margin of error. You have to be perfect to follow her kit exactly as it's written. So we did it how we would want, and so we just added a few inches on most of those colors so that you have enough peace of mind as you're learning possibly a new ruler.
And then we're going to put in an idea sheet or another pattern, right?
Yes,
So
of what's
your leftovers.
leftovers. Yes.
So, like if you do cut yours perfectly, you'll have room for error. But then you can also use just all your scraps and pieces to make another project.
Yes.
But it is just so pretty. And did you add another class? Because the first
We
class
did. I did. That's
was
one of the things
sold
I did
out.
before I went home last night.
Okay,
And
very good.
Katie just looked it up, and I already forgot what it was. What she said.
You added a Crimson Christmas?
I think it's in September.
Oh, September 3rd.
September 3rd, there is now another session of Crimson Christmas. So if you have wanted to make the other one, if you had on the wait list, I haven't had time to email you all yet because I just did it last night, like 5:30 before I went home. But there is now another version of it. We also have more Christmas new cuddle. This one I think is exceptional. This one is called, I'm almost too tall, Plaid Tidings. It's digital cuddle, but Plaid Tidings is a new. This is 60 inches wide. If you didn't know, we're our Shannon Cuddle Center, which means we have close to probably 300 bolts of cuddle here at our shop, and so we just love cuddle, and we have all the 90s in stock, and we have lots of 60s, and we keep lots of their new SKUs. So just know that we have that to look forward to. It also, I should just keep this on the table. Here we go. But Christmas in July starts next week for Beehive Quilt Shop. So we're going to go ahead and kick it off on Monday, which is the 14th of July. And it goes all week. And we have a couple classes that are scheduled just to be in the Christmas spirit. I think a ton of them are sold out. There is room in the AccuQuilt Crazy Quilt class if you would like to sign up for that. And we're going to have some other fun demos. But we are going to have specials on Christmas fabric yardage and pre-cuts next week. I won't tell you what those are, but just you should show up because they'll be fun. And but anyway, one of the new lines that we have, I'm going to give you a sneak peek, is called Berry and Pine. And Katie, isn't this just, it's almost a perfect match. It just looks super cozy. Berry and Pine is the name of the newest collection from Lila Boutique, and it's just quite wonderful. But a lot of you know Lila Boutique because she's done Christmas morning and Christmas Eve, which has been really popular. This, by far and away, the Fa La La Forest was our #1 popular project from last year, and I'm curious to see if this will have a second season of how amazing it is. Of course, I put it at the bottom of the pack. This is what that Fa La La table runner looks like. This line is out of the Christmas Eve fabric. I think maybe it's Christmas morning, Christmas Eve, one of those two. But this is Lila Boutique Christmas. So this actually uses either a layer cake or you can use a variety of other parts and pieces, fat quarters, of course. But that's very fun. Plaid Pines is going to be great. Mom, are you coming back?
Yeah, but I wanted to trim the quilt. I just think they look better.
Oh, okay. She's doing it. You can't hear her, but anyway, she's doing something that's perfectly acceptable to be doing. We made a Grunge 12 fat quarter bundle. Grinch, what did I say? Grunge. Oh, because I think about Grunge all the time. Grinch. We've never had a Grinch fat quarter bundle before that we curated ourselves. And so Katie, we made the mission to make it happen. And so we now have a 12 fat quarter pack of Grinch fabrics, and they're just wonderful. Beautifully curated. Would be great for some of the remaining Stash Challenge projects. So just keep that in mind. And it's just $45. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Fun fact, my daughter Maribel, who's 5, that's like her comfort movie. She like fell down and hurt herself. And then she's crying. We're trying to get her to stop crying. And she's like, I was like, is there a movie or a show you want to watch? And then she like stops crying. And then she's like, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And so we literally watched that, I think, last week because it's a good movie. And you can watch it in July or June. But this is, here, Katie will talk about that in just a minute. Some of the other new lines we have is a vintage Christmas from Kansas Troubles. We have Emmett and Ivy from Sweetwater, one of my top favorite Christmas designers of all time. This one is a new obsession. This is a brand new designer from Moda. It's called Tiny Christmas. And her name is the Lizzie House. or just Lizzie house. But it just has the cutest
Some of those
things.
bolts are like
And it's right here. So
And
if
it
this
has
looks
bows.
pretty to you, it's just, then you're going to love it. But this is Tiny Christmas, which is actually a good medium scale as far as the size of pieces. But it's just super cute. And again, last year, if you've been following us, like Pink Christmas is still a thing. And it's just getting better. So that's fun. So that's Tiny Christmas. And then Winter Friends by Deb Strain. So those are a few of the ones that we have pre-cuts of in stock, ready to go. We have, I already showed you this. Mom's working on this to show you. Oh, here, Katie could.
I'm getting the white bags.
Oh, even better.
This is the winter.
Yes. So we had a call even yesterday from a gal who wanted to drive down and see, did we have Christmas white bags? And the answer is yes, we do. So this is from Deb Strain's collection, which I just told you the name was Winter Friends. And this is this beautiful, rich crimson Christmas. It's in this nice kind of bone cream with vanilla snowflakes. Very nice. It has this one, which is just a good, rich black on black with white snowflakes. Those are all three from Deb Strain's new line, but obviously they work with lots of things. Again, these are 108-inch wide backs. Very excited about those. And we also have Lori Holtz from Schoolhouse. This is from Hometown Holiday, and it's just, let's see here. It has Away in the Manger is the big hymn. It's got Jesus sleeping in a manger. Anyway, it's just really sweet. So that kind of has a almond background. You know, it's not pure white and it's not cream. It's just a good kind of muslin color. We also have this from Hometown Holiday from Lori Holt, and this is kind of one of those scarlet reds or tomato red. It's a little orangey, but it's more vintage red. And this one's called Red Christmas. And then this one is Magic Dot from Leela Boutique. And Leela Boutique is who we were talking about. What did I just do with our layer cake? I must have eaten it. Oh, it's right here. Oh. Anyway, Magic Dot is designed by Leela Boutique, and it is just fantastic. So if you're interested in berry and pine, just know that Magic Dot wide back is definitely going to be the ticket. Mom, are you getting close?
Yes, I am.
Katie.
Oh, Petal Pop.
Petal Pop, you want to come over here? No.
You may go grab the template.
Sure.
I don't know where it
Or
is
I'll
right
go.
now,
Yeah.
actually.
You're good. There's a template that we have.
Yeah, so we have a couple different patterns that do Petal Pop. There's this Petal Pop tree, there's Petal Pop Santa, which, I don't know if you remember, if you've watched it, but last Christmas I did a sweatshirt. I accidentally ruined it in the dryer. So I'll be making another one because I loved it so much. But these are so fun to make. I actually bought the pattern to make the skirt, the tree skirt with these, but I didn't make it.
Oh, that's right.
Last
There's a
year.
tree
I didn't
skirt.
get it. Yeah,
I
there's
forgot
so
about
many.
that.
They're so fun to make.
Yes.
And they're super easy. But yeah, I don't know who made. Do you remember who made this? Didn't Jay make this?
I think didn't Mary Jane make this?
I think so.
Mary Jane, yeah. I think that's we'll give Mary
Possibly.
Jane credit.
Yeah, I think she was
Possibly
watching.
Mary
MJ,
Jane
did
made
you make this?
Yeah, let us know.
But yeah, so are we doing anything with this?
Anyway, I think Katie's gonna do a demo next Wednesday on it. So
Yeah.
it might be a pop-up demo on demand.
Yeah.
You know, just show up on Wednesday to come shopping for Christmas in July, and Katie will get to show you some of that stuff here at the shop. If you're curious, you know, how do you sew a three-dimensional petal? And we have several other patterns that use kind of the same technique, so it's definitely versatile.
Yeah, 'cause I think it started out with actual petals on a flower. That is what this started out as, but now it's like she's made the designer. I can't remember her name right now. Something Bee.
It is Sugar Bee.
Sugar Bee.
Sugar Bee.
Quilts.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just so now she's just
And I think
expanded.
she follows us. She's liked Katie's
Yes.
stuff. We're celebrities.
We
I don't
are.
know if you know that.
Celebrity adjacent.
Yeah, celebrity adjacent. That's much better.
Okay, so now for the real exciting
Yes.
thing.
Oh,
I
here
love
we
this
go.
so
So
much.
this is a new kit that we put together. It features the Kitty Christmas fabric line, and it is so fun and easy.
Like
So
a drum
I
roll or
highly
something.
recommend that everyone add this to their collection. But it is going to be fun. I just think if you have a grandchild and you want to make them a nice little fun Christmas, like this is so cute and
Or
fun.
if you identify as a cat lady, that's also
Yes,
fine.
if you just
Me.
want it for yourself. Yes. Anyway,
Like, I'm making this for myself.
It's a fun throw. It's so easy to make.
So cute.
I love it. I love it.
Can they
I love
see
it.
the whole thing, guys?
Katie's running over to the camera to make sure.
Yeah. Maybe go to the left a little bit. I'm sorry, my left, you're right.
There we go. But
Yeah.
anyway, so it's a really cute 1 yard panel. Katie's gonna move the camera.
There we
around
go.
it. There we go. But it's a 1 yard panel. It's a Villa Rosa pattern, and we have the kit that includes the panel, this beautiful red border, the patchwork that you need to be able to make the patchwork border, and not the binding, right, Mom? Does it have the binding? Not the binding?
It may not, but we have a lot of fun.
Lots
I
of
think
fun.
Because I haven't even picked out mine yet.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you that because that's what I was telling
Yeah.
Katie. Katie's like, "Where's your mom's kitty Christmas quilt?" And I was like, "I know where it is." Show us the back.
And then the back is this fun. It's bells
So
and a
cute.
little bit of
Great
aqua
little
blue.
pad.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's just
Plaid.
It's fun.
I think I said pad. Plaid.
yeah, it's just fun. So anyway,
I mean, you have
highly
enough
recommend
scraps.
it.
You could do a scrappy
Yes,
binding
and then
if you
just
wanted.
look up Kitty Christmas, right, and boom, you're
Yeah,
there.
boom, you're
Yeah.
there. Just magical kitty Christmas.
Oh, should we say how much
And,
it
and
is?
the kid, I think, is, what is it, $49?
Yeah.
$49.99.
Only
Yeah.
$50.
Yeah, and you get the
That's
pattern
amazing.
and all the fabric. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
just have fun.
And you whipped it up just in a couple little evenings here and there.
And now all I need to do is we're going to run over and do the air serger. Just go ahead and serge the edges and then add the binding this afternoon. So we'll be ready for next week to show this. But
I
so
love
exciting.
it. I love it. That's great. That's great.
MJ loves it.
Oh,
She's
I know.
watching.
I'm real proud of Connie. It's just great. Good job.
and I'm in process of another amazing fun Christmas quilt. And
Ooh,
that will show-
amazing fun.
Well, it
Christmas
is.
quilt.
It features stars.
Have I already forgot? Oh, no, I haven't
Oh, yeah.
forgotten. Yes.
Yeah, and
yes.
I'm calling it Christmas Star
Oh.
because it features 7
Oh.
stars, and it's Christmas themed. And I just think it'll be a fun, easy throw to make as well.
Yeah. Yes,
So,
no, I think that's
anyway,
wonderful.
stay tuned for that.
I think that's wonderful. So, I think one of the last things I was going to show you is, one, we did just get more of the Cafe mini irons, and this was the hot seller last week. These are brand new. They're from K Facet Collective, and they're just absolutely fabulous. They can hang on your grid wall. They have a resting side and a transportation side. They're silicone. It says Cafe even on the bottom. But it's just got this. It's just beautiful
should show
stuff.
the
Yeah, amazing steam action.
Yeah, amazing steam action if you want to. Great for collaging, retreats, all kinds of things. It comes in a beautiful tin, and it's just absolutely wonderful. So I love the Cafe Mini Iron, and it's just a beautiful shade of a slight periwinkle blue. It just goes wonderfully with purple. And yeah, it has its own tint. So really you want to buy the entire iron just so you can have this tin, because there's no way to buy the tin without the iron, and it's just excellent. So Alyssa put a nice video out there about how to make the wall hanging of this.
Oh, very fun.
Yes. So that's pretty fun. But speaking of cave, you can't talk about cave without talking about flowers. We just have an enormous amount of puzzles because we just got in more. There's a puzzle contest here at the Kansas Wheat Festival. That's Friday. But I just think this is very a cave-esque puzzle because it's just beautiful. So this one is especially called something magical. Flower bouquet. And it's just, I think it's beautiful. I think
That'd
it's
be
just
fun one to
exceptional.
collage too.
Well, yeah, you could just collage, and it's just
Yeah.
beautiful. It's
Very
just
fun.
beautiful.
Very
but the
beautiful
world
roses.
needs more flowers. Save the bees, more flowers, all that good stuff. If you follow us on Facebook, which obviously you are because you're watching this video, as one puzzle falls down, perhaps I'll buy that because I'll have a damaged box. But anyway, I put a poll up last night. We haven't done very many polls on our page before. I think we'll do more because I'm having lots of fun seeing what you guys say. But Mary Jane is traveling right now, but she is going to be in town towards the end of August, and so there's this date that was open, and so many people love Mary Jane's projects, and so it is just like, it's such a treasure when we have Mary Jane here, and so it's like, how on earth could we possibly pick what Mary Jane should teach? And then I was like, why should I have this hard decision? Why not ask you? So there's currently a poll on Facebook. I'm not sure when I'll close it, but feel free to comment below, but this is the perfect project. But Mary Jane has done French roses, which is a great pattern, and this is also her demo that she did out of K Facet fabrics. But she also could teach a fancy flange binding class. So the poll is, would you rather have a French roses raw edge applique class from Mary Jane, or a fancy binding one. So,
And if you want both, you can say both. Because you could always do a...
I did allow that. I did allow you to mark both.
Well, that's good. I think that's a great idea. Because even if you didn't make this in class, just having her explain the technique and have that in the back of your mind.
Well, she's not going to do both on the same day.
No, but she can still show the binding, right? Even if she's not actually doing it.
Yes, but currently, right now, just so you know, the fancy binding is winning.
Oh. Well, it is so...
And it is a contest because it will dictate which one gets on the schedule.
So whether or not you're doing a wall hanging or a whole quilt, I think when Mary Jane does this, it's like adding 3 more borders.
That closer.
Yeah, do you want to get it up close?
The flange binding. Yeah.
And so it's just...
It just really adds to every quilt she does.
Yes.
So,
And her backing is sold out, so if you love this, it's enchanted wide back, and it is gone forever. It is one of Katie's favorites, so we're just going to...
Tamarack jacket.
Yes, I know.
well, and they can
And
always
it's gone forever.
comment if they want Kate and Brandon to ask for that as a...
Oh,
reference
yes, or
someday.
just inundate Free Spirit,
Yeah.
actually, with emails.
Yes.
Cave and Brandon don't get to decide what gets reprinted, but Free Spirit does. So tell the Free Spirit people in the clouds.
Well, and that's
to
the
do.
name of a fabric company in case people don't
Yeah,
know.
they're the fabric publishers.
Yes. But anyway, if you need the pattern for French roses, that raw edge applique, we do have some templates that go along with the French roses if you want to be able to cut your pieces out with a rotary cutter. This is a nice add-on. But great pattern, so we highly recommend you get French roses. This is just an add-on if you want to have that as a template.
So anyway, that kind of wraps up our Facebook Live. So in summary, the irons are hot sellers. Ruby Star Sugar Cone is going. And we have Christmas in July next week. So, and lots of new classes. So hop on our website, check out that. Desiree and I are going to get those on the calendar and properly edited. So just if there's a few imperfections, there might be because I was trying to schedule it at the very last minute. So just take advantage of that, and we'll see you soon. And thanks for watching.